Okay, guys. We are just continuing here. I remember we were still analyzing, listing all the given informations down, right? Uh, they want us to find the A here, the final amount using the reducing balance and method. They want to see, in fact, that if the cell phone valued at this amount of 24,000 and depreciates at an 18% per annum on the reducing balance method. Determine the value of the cell phone after 3 years. They want to see how much this phone going to cost after 3 years if it depreciates at an 18% per annum on the reducing balance. So this is just the formula. 3 marks for free here. They're just giving you so that you can pass your exam, guys. So substitution and get your final answer. P is 24,000. 1 minus interest 0.18 to the power of 3 years. Okay, so it's just then 3 years. Then you punch your calculator to get an amount. Just quick, this 24,000. 1 minus 0.18 to the power of 3 years. Yes. So I'm getting 13,232.83. So here it is, guys. Here it is, guys. So done with 6.2. We can move to 6.3. The last question, having 6 marks, you left with 6 marks just to get total here in finance. So yeah, let us have a look and see what is it that is taking place here. Let us see. So okay, they said an RX rents, we just given an amount that we actually don't know here, that is an invested. The amount is invested into an account at an interest rate of 12% compounded monthly. This is just the first statement that you have to note. We have got just this amount invested. Okay, I don't know how much is this. Okay, 6.3. We are given just RX. Remember, an amount invested, we're talking about P, right? So we given the P as just an X that is invested at an interest of 12% per annum, which is compounded monthly. Remember, compounded monthly means that you have to say 12 divided by 100, then you multiply it by 12 because it's monthly, okay? Don't forget this. We are still analyzing the question. So far, so good. This is exactly what we are having on the table. So now, when we take it further, they said 3 years later, okay, 3 years later, 2 times just the previous amount, rand is deposited into the same account. Okay, it's 3 years later. 3 years later, they also did some deposit of amount times 2 of this one at the same account, right? Okay, it's just a continuation after 7 years in a period of 7 years. Then there is this amount 276,558.73 in the account. Obviously, this is the final amount that these people were having. Okay, it's in rent 276,558.75. Okay, so these are the checklists that or the informations that we have to place before we do anything else. So we can have a look and see what they're precisely looking for. They said you have to determine how much money was invested at the beginning. Okay. that is the value of X. Of course, this is the first amount invested, right? Okay, so which is just much easier. Just much easier. Okay, remember it is given that we are dealing with the compounded one, right? So the formula that we're going to use now here is going to be the compounded formula. Just allow me to focus my camera so we enjoy this question all together here. So the formula is just this one, a raised equals to p 1 plus I to the power of n, because it is compounded, right? So what I'm going to do now here is this. We're going to do it step by step. We're going to do it step by step. Firstly, they said this amount invested. So what I'm going to do, it's going to be this p 1 plus I to the power of n. It's for this amount involving interest that have been invested, and also the period of that 7 years. So when we take it further, there is another amount that invested. So when we invest another amount on top of that one, it's just an increase. So we keep on putting that on top. 1 plus I to the power of n is for another amount. And at the end, it gave us this final amount, which is just the A here. So this is exactly what we have to do. So is to substitute then here. This is my X, 1 plus. And interest, let us just punch this on our calculator. It's just the 12 divided by 100. It's giving us 0.12. So meaning that is 0.12 divided by 12, because it's compounded monthly. I'm going to have 0.01 to the power of period. They said it's 7. Since it's compounded monthly, it have to be multiplied by 12. So we're going to say 7 times 12 here, which is going to give us 84 plus. Then be careful here. They said what? Let me take you back a bit. They said 3 years later, this amount is deposited into the same account. Okay, into the same account. So meaning that what we have to do, we have to check, just because this was the period of fully 7 years, this is not a full years, because we are starting on the 3 years later. Okay, so what we have to do is just to say 7 minus that 3. So we have to see how many period just left for us to reach that final amount. So which is just the 4, right? It's going to be 4 times 12, because it's still compounded monthly. So it's going to be that 2x 1 plus. Interest is the same. There's no changes here when it's come to interest. Still 0.01. But the period now is no longer 7 years or 7 times 12. It's going to be 4 times 12, which is going to give us 48. Everything here is going to give us a final amount of 276,558.75. So what we have to do now, we just have to drive the equation and get what they are looking for done here, which is just precisely easy. So we just have to put this thing in a proper way. Remember, these are the like terms, right? So what are we gonna do now here? The best way, let's reduce this. Let us do this. 1 plus 0.01. Don't forget that we are working for 6 marks here to the power of 84. So just take your time here to answer this question correctly here. So it's just giving me a lot of values here. So okay, to avoid a lot of rounding off, because actually in finance we round off at the end, right? So let's not do this technique. These are the like terms. This is x plus x. It's going to give me what? These are the like terms, right? I'm adding this plus these are the like terms. So if you can have a look, it's just this plus this one. So you can just combine all of these plus this one, depending on what you actually want to do, right? Okay. But the best way, what we can do, we can just take out the x out as the common factor. That's the best way. Rather 0.01 to the power of 84 plus 2 into 1 plus 0.01 to the power of 48. I think this one would be much better. 276,558,75. Okay, so we're going to divide these by all of this. I can advise you just to take the way it is. It's 276,558.75 divided by the whole of this. 1 plus 0.01 to the power of 84 plus 2 into 1 plus 0.01 to the power of 48. Here it is. So what I have to do now is just to punch and check how much money was invested at the beginning, right? So it's to punch everything. Then here is 276,558.75. Everything have to be divided by double brackets 1 plus 0.01 to the power of 84, then plus 2 into 1 plus 0.01 to the power of 48, then close brackets. You punch your answer. You're going just to see how much money was invested. Then here, let me double check my things here. Just allow me to double check this. I want to double check my work. 276,558.75. Then we divide it by this. It have to be plus. So you have to take your time if you're dealing with this kind of problem. Yes. So the amount that was invested at the beginning, it was 50,000. It was 50,000. So this was the amount invested. Sure, 6 marks for this, 13 marks, guys. This is how we enjoy finance, guys. This is how we tackle down questions involving finance. We are done with Gauteng May June we are done. It was having 13 marks. So just enjoy the question, and don't forget to subscribe if you're happy with my presentation, guys. Also some comments, guys. Just comment and like, subscribe as well, so you can able to keep in touch on our videos that I would be keep on posting there.